Hi guys, Craig here from Stumpy Grump Scale Speed Shop, and I'm going to start a new series here showing my builds since I got back into the hobby 5 years ago after not building for 20 years or so. I'll be doing this in blocks of 4 or 5, and I'll be telling you what I've done to the kit, paint wise or any extra parts or anything like that. And I'll also give a quick synopsis of how the kit was. So we'll start with the first one. This is the Revell 1967 Chevelle SS396, the street burner kit in 1/25th scale. Okay, I'll show you the engine first. This is the first attempt I made at putting spark plug wires on an engine. I'll go ahead and pop the hood on, and I'll get my turntable going. Okay, it should be set here. This one was painted in Tester's Arctic Blue Metallic Enamel, and along with some of the other firsts I've done, this was the first time I actually polished a paint job. I think that turned out pretty nice. After a couple of years, I thought it was needing something a little extra, so I added the red line decals to the tires. And this was actually, even though it's my first completed model, this was the second bare metal foil job I did. I was working on 2 or 3 around the same time, so this wasn't the actual first bare metal foil job I tried. The kit itself was an excellent kit. I couldn't have chosen a better kit to do for my first one back. Everything just went together nicely. It practically built itself. The fit was great, the details were great, and no troubles at all with the assembly. Just an excellent kit. And up next is the Revell 1968 Pontiac Firebird Foose design kit in 1/25th scale. And here's a close-up shot at the engine, the second attempt at doing spark plug wires. The engine itself is actually done with a Pontiac engine blue that I bought way back then. I don't know if I still have any left or if it's still any good, but it's actual Pontiac engine blue. Okay, this one was done in Tester's Extreme Lacquer Lime Ice Metallic. I did clear coat this to my knowledge. It's been 5 years, so I can't really remember a lot of what I did to these things, but bear with me. I'm pretty sure I did put clear coat on this, and I'm pretty sure I did polish it out. And this one will have actually been my first attempt at bare metal foil. The kit itself, again, was a really nice kit. It went together really well, no real fit issues or anything like that. The only thing I may have been disappointed with this was the fact that you can tell from the box art on it, it sits real low, and the only way to get it to sit low is to adjust the suspension yourself, because it just comes sitting high like this. If I was to nitpick, I would wish that they would have put in, say, factory stock wheels and tires, a set of those, so you really could build it stock, because that's the only real difference between a stock Firebird and the Foose Firebird, are the decals and the wheels and tires. But I understand it's a Foose designated kit, so that's how they built it. They weren't going to include any extra parts in it. Okay, up next, in keeping with the Revell theme, is the Revell 1969 Camaro Z28 RS, the Motor City Muscle Kit in 1/25th scale. Zooming in on the engine, once again, I wired it with spark plug wires. I'll zoom it back out. Okay, this one was painted in Tamiya TS12 orange. I honestly can't remember if I clear coated this one or not. I know I polished the paint. I don't know if I clear coated and polished the clear too. Just can't remember. I used the white stripes. Bare metal foil on this one as well. Everything front to box except the spark plug wires. The actual kit was a really nice kit. It's been around for a little while, so most of you guys are probably familiar with it. Builds up pretty good, quite nicely. Next in line is the Revell 1970 Dodge Challenger TA 2-in-1 street burner kit again, and this one is in 1/24th scale. This one is familiar to most of you guys out there. It's an old Monogram mold, which would be why it's in 1/24th scale. Just re-released recently by Revell. Zooming in on the engine, you can barely tell I got spark plug wires on this one as well. This one was painted in Tester's Model Master Panther Pink enamel. With the other enamel, I did not clear it. I just gave it a quick polish. I may have wet sanded this one a little bit or not. I don't know. Once again, I can't remember. But I know I did polish it. The hood, get the little dust off in it here without wiping it off the turntable, was done in Rust-Oleum 2X Satin Canyon Black. The kit itself, a more basic kit, which the Monogram molds are, not as much of a parts count, a little bit easier to build, but still a very well done kit. Everything fits really, really good. And like most of those older Monograms, they practically build themselves. I had built 2 of these in my younger years, but nothing near as good as I did with this one. I just kind of rushed those along in my younger days. Most of us probably did. And to round out the first segment is the Monogram 41 Willys Street Rod. This is done in 1/25th scale. Part of the car show series for this one. I'll start with a zoom in on the engine. You can see the spark plug wires again. And the blown Hemi there. I'll zoom back out and get the turntable going. Okay, this one was done in Tester's Extreme Lacquer Purplicious. I'm not sure if I cleared it. I know I wet sanded the paint. I want to say I put clear on it and wet sanded and polished the paint, but not 100% sure. The decals on the trunk and on the hood I got actually from the Revell 62 Corvette 2-in-1 kit. We'll get to that maybe next time. Multi-tone gray interior. First time I did a multi-tone interior. The kit itself was really, really nice. I really enjoyed building this one. The frame and everything on it was really well done. The exhaust, the narrowed rear end, the really good Pro Street tires. Just a really, really nice fun kit to do. I highly recommend this for anybody out there, whether you're into these old cars or not. A really fun kit to build. That will wrap up the first segment of my most recent builds here.